started.
Okay, so today we're going to figure out how to express fractions using the pattern block manipulatives. So before you begin, you want to make sure that you define your whole. So I would probably tell my students that this hexagon, this yellow hexagon is one whole. And then I might ask them, how many red trapezoids make one yellow whole? Because you want to make sure that they know that two red trapezoids cover the same amount of area that one yellow hexagon does. So two red trapezoids is equal to one yellow hexagon, but you want them to put it in fractions. So 2 over 2 is equal to your one whole. Then you could also make it to where you could ask them, okay, so if two red trapezoids equal one yellow hexagon, how many blue rhombuses equal your two red trapezoids? So then they would have to see that 3 equal that. So 3 out of 3 blue rhombuses equals 2 red trapezoids, which is equal to 1 yellow hexagon. Okay? Then another thing you could do is by defining your new whole. So I might define my new whole as 2 yellow hexagons. So one is not equal to 1 yellow hexagon anymore. One whole is 2 yellow hexagons. So I might ask them, how many red trapezoids, or what is the fraction equivalent of one red trapezoid compared to the new one whole? So they would have to tell me that this one red trapezoid is equal to 1/4, because they should know that 4 red trapezoids is equal. Okay, and then you would probably want your students to write the fraction and make sure they can explain it to you, so that you can assess their knowledge. So they would want to explain how, you might want to ask them, how do you know that the fraction is 1/4? And they should be able to tell you that because 4 red trapezoids are equal to 2 yellow hexagons, which is your one whole. And then you might wonder why a student might say that 4 rhombuses is equal to 1 1/3. So they might think that this one possible answer a student might say is 1 1/3, but you need to make sure that they know that the whole is 2 yellow hexagons and not 1 yellow hexagon. So be prepared for that question from a student, because they're misunderstanding the idea of the whole. Okay, and then another way that you could use these pattern blocks by fractions is asking, if this is your whole, then how much is this? Then your student should be able to say that your blue rhombus is equal to 2, because this is 2 over 1, which is equal to 2. As a teacher, you should make sure, as you're explaining this, that you are intentional about your questioning. So you might want to use an index card and have your hexagon and everything labeled out with your intentional questions, like how do you know that the fraction is 1/4, and why might a student say that 3 rhombuses is equal to 1/3, because they're misunderstanding the whole.